Hey, what's up lads? We're doing a Q&A. It's time for me to answer some epically epic questions. I've never really done one of these before, so I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I asked you guys to send me a bunch of questions and oh boy, you guys delivered. I might not get to all of them. Just remember that. This one comes from Bappity E. How did you get the story idea for Sprite Split? Did you always mean for the earlier videos pre-Surno Sprint to become Sprite Split like it is today? Did you just make Oku explode the world and go, this could turn into an interesting story? Pretty much the second one. Firstly, the whole thing kind of started out as a parody of other things. Specifically, Senor Pillow was a big inspiration because of the music in Surno Sprint. Yeah, and I think halfway through when I was doing Surno Sprint and I made Oku blow up the planet, that's kind of when I decided, and I was like, hey, this would be pretty cool. And I made this little like epilogue thing at the end of Surno Sprint where they're on the moon. Everyone from the previous video, Scarlet Strolling, I think, they were already there, and that's basically when I decided, okay, let's make this a cool little story. I didn't really intend for it to get as big as it has, and I am still working on it, by the way, but yeah, I didn't intend very early on for it to be this huge, sprawling fucking Avengers story, so that's that. A Useless Fish asks, are you going to continue 2 Minute Touhou? Because I liked that series and it feels unique compared to the other Touhou shitposters. Well, thanks, dude. I think it's a very unique series as well, and to answer your question, yeah, I'm definitely continuing it. I am about 3/4 of the way of editing Perfect Cherry Blossoms 2 Minute Touhou reviews, and it's a lot of fun. I don't know, I set out with the goal of doing every single game, which is a very ambitious goal, and there might come a time where I stop that, but for now, I am very committed to doing as many games as possible with the time that I have. And yeah, so the answer to the question, yeah, I'm going to continue with it. I like the series too. I think it's a lot of fun to do. And I've always wanted to do a music review series of Touhou themes. So yeah, this one comes from Dust Peace. Have you ever think of collab with other Touhou content creator except for other G-Boys members? Yeah, I guess I have a couple times. There are a couple of people out there that I would like to do a collab with, other than G-Boys. There are some really talented freaking people out there. And I kind of said this on a podcast once, but I think it's kind of a goal when you're starting out to get like as big as you are, where you can reach out to other content creators and kind of collab to make something really cool. I'd always love to do something with Minus T. That would be freaking awesome. I don't know how that would work, but it would be really cool. In terms of smaller creators, there are some really talented people out there. Like there's a guy who did a Cowboy Bebop intro, but in the Touhou style. I'm forgetting his name right now, but he was really talented and I'd like to do something with him, but the answer is yes. This one comes from the Mion of Wisdom. What would be your reaction if an indie Smash-like game was announced and it also had Reimu in it? Isn't that already a thing? Is that not already being created? There's like little fan games of Smash and Reimu and different Touhou characters are in it because people got sick of her not being an actual Smash. So they were like Thanos and they were like, fine, I'll do it myself. And they added Reimu or whatever into their little indie games. Like, I like to see creative things coming out of the community in terms of Touhou, and I'm all for it. Zulu, the Dead Channel, asks, how long have you been making / writing music, and where can I learn more about music theory? That's a great question, first of all, but I'd like this profile picture. Anyway, I started piano lessons in like halfway through intermediate, so like I was very young. So I've been doing it for, I don't know, 8 years, playing it, and then halfway through that time maybe, I started composing my own music in music class in high school. And I learned a bit about music theory there, and also from piano lessons they teach you about music theory there. Year 10 or 11 in New Zealand school, which I don't know what that is in US schools. That's where I started like making my own fan compositions of Touhou, and I was always that guy that made like these crazy like over the top compositions for my school assignments, and everyone in the class, I didn't mean to boast, but everyone in the class was like, bruh, you're submitting this for a school assignment, this could win like a fucking music contest or something. And I was always like, oh, okay, whatever, yeah, I'm just doing it for fun. And I always have done it for fun. Where you can learn more about music theory, I guess school Like, it's kind of a dumb answer, but like university, that's a very expensive answer. But there are a lot of resources online you can use. There's a lot of stuff about music theory online you can take. There's a good channel called Charles Cornell on YouTube. He just like reviews video game music and stuff, but he knows a lot about music theory. I'd recommend him if you want to start. And he does lessons, I think, so yeah. This one comes from Amar Ajdijibig. What official main / spin-offs games do you think has the best story theme? I'm not sure exactly what this question means, but I'm going to assume it's best overall game soundtrack. And I think Imperishable Night is my favorite. It's my favorite game and my favorite OST, so it's kind of a double whammy. I'm just in love with Imperishable Night, and I have a video coming out shortly about Imperishable Night. It's basically a love letter to it, and I'm going to be going over it and for just rambling on and on about why I love Imperishable Night, so look forward to that. And it's, yeah. What is your favorite song / theme from the Touhou series? Oh, what a big question. What a huge question. 6 to 18 with spin-offs and PC98. Well, I'd like to say PC98, but it's not. Windows games just, they kind of, Zun was at his peak in the Windows games. He was warming up in PC98 and then he got really good in the Windows. A lot of people are probably going to hate me for this, but my favorite song from the whole series is Nightmare Diary from Touhou 16.5. I know, it's a very recent one. The game is really shitty, and half of the soundtrack is stuff from the albums. But this one song, Nightmare Diary, this is my favorite song in the whole series. And it has been for like 2 years, 3 years. It's, I don't know, something about that song, it's just so catchy, it's supremely well mixed. Sun was just at his best in this song, so I don't know. That's my answer. A lot of people might not like that answer, but yeah. This one comes from M_C. Will you make sprite edits like the ones you did a few years back, or is editing them puts a lot of stress, so you don't do them as much? It's kind of, yeah. You kind of almost hit the nail on the head. It's not stressful to make them. It just takes time. It takes a lot of time, and I am making them. I know it might not seem like it, but I'm still doing Sprite Split. It just takes so long, and now that I've stopped doing daily uploads, I will have more time to do it. While I was doing daily uploads, I wasn't really doing them, partly because they kind of bombed in terms of views, and I expect the next one to do the same, but it's kind of a passion project, so it doesn't really matter. So the answer is yeah, I'm making more Sprite Split. This one comes from Hiyori. What's a kind of Touhou game you'd like to see officially made, like an RPG open world? Ooh, that's a good one. This is a good question. I'd really like to see a shmup by Zun. Nah, for some reason my brain wants me to say an FPS. I kind of, it's like the stupidest answer, but I kind of want to see a Touhou FPS game. Like, that would be kind of cool, like a first-person shooter. You're running around as Reimu with the Go-Hai, just shooting freaking square things out of your Go-Hai. What are those called? Like spells that she shoots? I don't know. I was raised on Call of Duty Zombies. I played a lot of that when I was growing up, so this is kind of the one that I just gravitate to. A Touhou FPS would be kind of wild, to be honest. I kind of want to see that now. This one comes from Fire Mage Orin Bashira. How do you get so amazing at what you do? Are you going to do any more meme reviews? Thanks, man. How do I get so amazing at what I do? I just do it a lot. I just practice. Like, I started doing this Touhou editing thing like years ago. I've been on YouTube for God knows how long, and I started editing little Touhou characters' faces over movies or whatever freaking ages ago. So I did it heaps. Are you gonna do any more meme reviews? Yeah, I plan on doing more Kiko Cringe. And I know it's kind of a meme at this point that I'm never going to do another Kiko Cringe, and the channel in the Discord is just perpetually open, but the answer is yeah. If Sawako drove a car, what car would it be? Interesting. I think Sawako would drive a Bugatti Veyron. Sawako driving the Bugatti to the Moria Shrine. But it's got like a frog paint job. It's got like frogs all over it, and it looks freaking cool. What's your favorite car, if any? I drive a Toyota Corolla, which is kind of the most basic bitch car. Like, It doesn't get any more boring than that, but I guess that's my favorite. I don't really follow cars a lot as much as some people, but I guess that's my favorite car. It's a good car, it's great, I like it, it's fun. What are your thoughts on Zun's non-Touhou OC Bearco? Is this the Touhou character that just holds a bear, and that's her? Yes, it's this one. This is the Touhou character, the weird Touhou OC character that she just holds a bear. That's her whole gimmick. She wears this dress and she holds a bear, and that's it. It's Zun's OC, I guess you could say, but the whole series is Zun's OC, so I mean, non-Touhou OC. I don't know, I guess it's a pretty neat design. She just kind of holds a bear. I don't think it's anything huge or special. Wow, look, it's Bearco. Is that her actual name? Did Zun actually name her Bearco? It's pretty funny. Random question, but have you played the sequel to the highly acclaimed Metal Gear 4, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance? If not, then I would suggest you do so, considering that's one, if not the best games ever. Also, have you started to play Elden Ring? Two interesting video game questions. One of them I have an answer for. One of them I can't. I don't really know. I've considered buying Elden Ring, I really have, but I think I'm going to wait for the PC version of it to get patched because there's like lots of FPS errors or whatever, and I kind of just like got put off that because I was like, oh, if I buy it for the PC then it might be laggy and shit, and I'm just going to wait for it to get patched and then maybe we'll see. But in terms of Metal Gear Rising, I've already bought it. I bought it when it was on sale. I've never played a Metal Gear game before and I plan on streaming it. The G-Boys were like, stream it, it'll be fun. So yeah, I'm probably gonna stream Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. So look forward to that. This one comes from Future Zulu. 2 questions. What's your favorite character theme? Do you have a favorite video you've made? It's actually a good question. Favorite video I've made. The obvious answer for favorite video I've made would probably be Midnight Moku. That video it's my magnum opus. It really is. It's the latest episode in the Sprite Split series, the long animated sprite series that I make, and that's my favorite video at the moment. The other question, favorite character theme, I'm gonna say Jellystone. You know, the stage 1 theme from Touhou 17, the stage 1 boss theme, Ika Ibiku, I forgot her name, but it's her theme, and Jellystone, it's a really good theme. I don't know, it's favorite character theme, it's an interesting question, and it deserves an interesting answer. Jellystone, go listen to it if you haven't, it's bloody good. How did you make the Sprite Split videos? Epic editing of these videos is amazing, I would like to do something like that. Well, in terms of the software I use, Sony Vegas. I cut out the different sprites, and I make GIFs of them, and then I put them in Sony Vegas, and there's a whole lot of techniques and little things that I learned while I was making it, kind of refined the process. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. I would like to do something like that. You could start with getting Sony Vegas. Or another editing software. Probably After Effects would be better, to be honest, but I'm just stuck on Sony Vegas because I'm an old hermit. Are you going to make more Touhou spinning? I mean, they were really funny to me. As in the community posts, the ones that I posted of like GIFs of Touhou spinning. I think I stopped because the joke was wearing off, I guess you could say. The humor was wearing thin. I just kind of started it because I was bored and I was like, I'll make a community post, I can, people will probably enjoy this. Posted a gif of like Koishi spinning or whatever, and then I did it for like weeks after that and posted like 20 different community posts. And it was fun, it was a fun series. It was just different gifs of Touhou characters spinning. But I think partly because I ran out of those gifs, and partly because the joke wore off. So, I mean, maybe in the future it was pretty fun, I could pick it up again. If people want to see that, let me know. Are you the smug Sawako or the frog hat? I am the frog hat. It was never the character, it was always the hat. Always watching from the top. What was the first Touhou game you ever played, and what got you to play it? So I'll start from what got me to play it. What got me into the series was probably the Ronald McDonald shit. As everyone did, and then the remixes, the Cool and Create remixes of the series, and then I got into the soundtracks. And then I kind of researched a little bit of what game to start in the series, and I started with the start of the Windows. So I started EOSD, Touhou 6. First game, great impressions, great first impression to the series. That game is awesome. And yeah, that's what got me to play it. I just listened to the soundtracks and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I want to hear where this comes from. And it started a snowball effect, and now I'm here. Do the kiss, marry, kill game or smash or pass? You guys want me to do a smash or pass on every Touhou character? I think like Markiplier did it with all the Pokemon. I think that would be kind of fun. Smash or pass with all the Touhou characters. Let me know if you want to see that. That'd be pretty funny. Is Sawako your favorite character? No. My favorite characters, I don't know, Utsuho or Sumiriko. Those are my two like picks for the favorite character. I've said this before in like podcasts or whatever, but Sawako was never my favorite character. She was just something that I kind of gravitated to. It's a very interesting story. But no, she's not my favorite character. What is your favorite Touhou fictional character? These questions are linked. Not counting Zun. Oh, I love Zun. Zun is my favorite Touhou character. Like I just said, it's either Sumiriko or Utsuho. They're just the two like cool designed characters, and Utsuho, she just wants to burn down the world, which I think is just pretty badass. And Sumiriko, I just like the combination of her theme and her design. It just kind of sparks joy with me. So yeah, those are my two favorites. If I had to pick one, probably Sumiriko. Kind of vibe is just, it's very appealing to me. It's very cool. Which episode of Sprite Split do you like the most, hate the most, have PTSD about the most? I like this question, this is awesome. Which episode do I like the most? Midnight Moku. Which episode do I hate the most? See, that's an interesting question because I don't hate any of the episodes. I think I put a lot of effort into each episode, and I was improving as I went over time. So if you're looking objectively back at them, I would say one of the earlier ones, like Scarlet Strolling, that one I could have done better, but it was kind of the genesis for this whole thing, so I don't want to shit talk it. PTSD about the most. Maybe Midnight Moku, maybe. Or my latest one, Earth Aftermath. Those ones both took quite a lot of time, and the fact is I was doing them in amongst uni work, and I was kind of stressed out most of that year, because halfway through the year I got demonetized and everything, and it was just a whole big deal. Probably Midnight Moku. It was just a lot of work, and it took me a lot of time, so. Great question, awesome question. What is the capital of Ecuador? Oh no, trivia. My only weakness. I don't know. Short answer, I'm not good at trivia. Smart fella. Fart smeller. Hey, it's from Len. Perl, when do we get paid? One of my mods from my Discord server. We will pay them in kisses and hugs. No, but seriously, have you ever thought about the possibility that anything you've achieved right now wouldn't exist if there was a different pathway you took? I could tell you the scenario of how I almost didn't get into Touhou. I almost didn't go down this weird rabbit hole of a life, I guess. And I probably wouldn't have gotten this far in terms of making Touhou content if my man Clown Please, a very popular YouTuber at the time, didn't invite me to the Gensokyo Boys. I think if I didn't get invited to the Gensokyo Boys, I would have stopped making Touhou content. I would have just kind of lost interest. But being invited to their group kind of sparked a passion for me. I got to meet all my idols, I guess. There was a few G-Boys I was like, I watched at the time, including Clown Please. He was like a biggest inspiration kind of guy. And yeah, if they hadn't invited me, I probably just would have lost interest and continued in university and gotten a stupid desk job or something like that. Cheers, Len. You're epic. What caused you to go from animated shitposts to daily meme voiceovers? So there's a big long story behind that one. It was after I just got remonetized, and I said on Discord to quite a lot of people, I was like, I've never tried to game the algorithm before and, you know, do well in the algorithm, so I did. I posted a meme dub sort of thing, sort of similar to very popular videos at the time, last year, mid-2021. And yeah, those started popping off, and I was doing well in the algorithm, and I was like, oh well, okay, I guess I'll keep doing this for a while. And it was fun. It was fun for a good time. And I guess I kind of, those took over a lot of the content on the channel for a while. Until now, until I've stopped, and now I'm probably gonna go back to the animated stuff. Or the Kiko Cringe, or the higher quality content. So, good question. Are you going to do a 2-minute Touhou on the PC98 games? How did you get into Touhou? I've already answered how I got into Touhou like twice already. But am I going to do 2-minute Touhou on PC98? If I can finish the Windows games, which is a never-ending battle, then yeah, I would like to do a PC98 review, because there's a lot of great PC98 themes. And I think that would be a lot of fun. But the answer is maybe. I plan on doing every single main game at the moment, so when I finish with the window games, maybe I'll do PC98. How did you come up with the name Perl Drop? Now, this is an interesting question. I've answered this a couple times, but for the newer people here, I have a keyboard. I still have it. A very old keyboard, like a Casio keyboard with different like instruments on it. There's got like 100 different like synth instruments. There's an organ, there's a freaking harpsichord, there's trumpets. And one of the instruments is like a custom one that's not really found on any other keyboards after this one, this crappy like $100 keyboard that I got years ago. One of them was called Perl Drop. So you can kind of guess where I got the name from. I liked the instrument so much. It sounded like a Steven Universe instrument, like the 7th chords they have on Steven Universe. And I just liked the instrument, so I took the name. I stole the name from this crappy keyboard I had, and I've incorporated it into songs that I've made using this instrument, so it's an interesting story. Yeah. Alright, that's about all the comments I have time to read today. There were some good ones. It was really cool seeing what you guys have to ask about the channel and everything. Thanks for everyone who submitted their questions. I tried to answer as many as I could. Thanks for sticking around. Stay epic, lads. See ya. Hey lads, if you enjoyed this and you feel like supporting me, I have a Patreon now. Yep, for just $5 a month, you get it all. Early videos, unreleased content, even behind the scenes stuff. And in choosing to join, it really just support me in a big way. Like, it's a small amount to pay, but it really means the world to me. And you get some neat bonus content, so win-win. So check it out, link in the description, it'd help me out a lot, and yeah, stay epic lads.